Good morning, Trek team. We are standing on one of the biggest bridges in all of Lockport. In fact, this is one of the widest bridges in the whole world, and it was built in 1914. It is 399 feet wide and 129 feet long. It's so wide that the literature tells you that it even has a parking lot on its deck. But guess what? I see two parking lots. Can you see the bridge? Part of it in the distance. The other part is in the back of us. That's why it's so large. So why am I here? I bet you think I want you to figure out area, which would be a very good question to do. But I'm here on this big, important bridge to show you and remind you of a big, important concept in math. And that is adding and subtracting mixed numbers with different denominators. Do you remember when they were the same? It was very easy. You just brought the denominator down. When they're different, you have to make them the same. So let me show you. There are really three questions you ask yourself in order to find common denominators. This is the ditty at the end. You can copy it first or later, but these three questions are extremely important, and I'm going to go over them right now. The first one: can the smaller denominator divide evenly into the larger one? For example, if I have 6½ plus 2 1/4, I have uncommon denominators, so I have to make them the same. Can the smaller one divide evenly into the large one? Yes. When your answer is yes, you use the larger one. So I'm going to copy the whole numbers, use the larger denominator. Now I have to get the top. In other words, I'm making equivalent fraction. And I say, what did I multiply 2 by to get 4? 2. Whatever I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. So 2 times 1 is 2. What did I do here? Absolutely nothing. I'm not going to do anything. Now I can add. I copy my common denominator. 2 plus 1 is 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. Very easy. Same thing with subtraction when you have a smaller one that will divide into a larger one. What if you don't have that? What if you have something like this? 3 5 6 minus 1 1/5. I do not have common denominators. I have to get one. Number one, can the smaller one divide into the larger one evenly? No, it cannot. So when that happens, I look at them and I say, look, 5 is a prime number. Do you remember what a prime number is? Prime number only has 2 factors. That means there's only 2 numbers that's going to divide evenly into that number, and it's only one in itself. So 5, 13, 17, those are all prime numbers. So when I see prime numbers, I can very easily just multiply these two, and I will get my common denominator. As a matter of fact, I have friends who use this method every time. And you can. You just have to reduce at the end. So now I say 6 times what? Well, we already did that. We said times 5, and this was times 6 to get my 30. Whatever I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. 5 times 5, 25. 6 times 1, 6. Now I can subtract. 5 minus 6 I can't do. 15 minus 6 is 9. I get 19 over 30. 3 minus 1 is 2. This time we didn't have to reduce, but most times you will have to reduce. Finally, what if I had something like this? What if I had 8 1/6, and I wanted to add 2 1/4? Go through your questions. Can the smaller one divide evenly into the large one? No. Shoot. Is one of them prime? No. I still could multiply if I wanted to. But the other thing to do is to find the LCM, least common multiple. You take the largest one, start multiplying till you find a number that the smaller one will divide into also. So 6 times 2 is 12. Will 4 go into 12? Yes. So I got lucky and I found it right away. We also learned that upside down birthday cake for the LCM. Remember that? So let's copy the big guys and use our 12 and use the same procedure. What do I multiply 4 by to get 12? 3. Whatever I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. 3 times 1 is 3. What do I multiply 6 by to get 12? 2. Whatever I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. Now I'm ready. As long as I have common denominators, I can add or subtract. But always look and see, because after all that, you forgot you're adding. So I'm going to just bring down my denominator, add my numerators, add my whole numbers. There's nothing to reduce, and I'm all set. Let me give you a big hint. Whenever you see a denominator of 4 and 6, you know the common denominator is 12. 4, 6, 12. And one other one that's very common. When you see a 6 or an 8, you know right away 24. 6, 8, 24. So come down to this big bridge. It's the biggest bridge, one of the biggest bridges in the whole wide world. And remember to copy this and learn how to find common denominators. It's easy. Thanks for trekking with me again. I'll see you. Bye.